Hi guys, how's it going? This is Matt Tomato right here. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to another fan-made map from Rare Tycoon 3 Coast to Coast. So I hope you guys enjoyed the previous episode where we did Crossing the Pennines in England. A couple of people have come back to me saying that it was an interesting concept to play fan maps, but also how badly I actually played in that particular map. And that is absolutely true. I was absolutely woeful in that game, and I was lucky to get the bronze in the end, but oh well. It's all about showcasing the map is half the reason I'm doing this. So, this particular playthrough here, I've got quite a few other maps downloaded over this way, so I've got a European map over here. But I'm actually going to play this map. It's Greece, 1857. You start in 1857. Greece from the first railway between Athens and Piraeus at the end of the World War I. That's 60 years of historical playtime covering territorial expansion, technological advances, and economic hardships. Okay, so we're going to play Greece over here. Looks like we're the only possible player, and there's no computer players, is what I meant to say. Can't remember who made this though. I will write it down in the comment section, in the description. Sorry, I will write it down. Who made this? Usually pops up in the top here. So, in 1821, the Greeks rose up against the Ottoman Empire. Following a protracted struggle, the autonomy of Greece was first recognized by the great powers in 1828. By 1833, a Bavarian prince arrived to be crowned king, and by 1857, as we start, King Otto still rules despite a troubled reign. The first railway in Greece was built in 1857 between Athens and the port of Piraeus. Once you start your company, this will be your first compulsory goal. As the game proceeds, others like goals will be presented to you. Oh, okay. These goals need to be fulfilled for victory points. This scenario will run all the way to the arrival of World War I in Greece in 1915. So at the end of the scenario, you should have 10 victory points if you want gold, 7 for silver, or 4 for bronze. You should be aware that the victory points will be awarded depending on targets that are varied. You will have haulage targets, company profit, revenue, personal wealth, city, territory connection demands. Use a varied and careful strategy to reach success. Over the length of the scenario, there will be 12 opportunities for victory points only, so don't waste them. So we need 10 of these for gold. That's quite an interesting concept. Okay, so before you start, Greece was a poor region with little to show in terms of resources and even less industry. 19th and 20th centuries were filled with turmoil and saw huge waves of emigration. Steel and machinery need to be imported, and that will make tracks and locomotives more expensive. Okay, Greek territory expanded more than once during the period of this scenario, as more regions are made free of Ottoman rule. Be patient and wait for nationalist victories. Okie doke. This sounds really wicked already, to be quite honest. Okie doke. So cool. Okay, so Athens is over here, and Piraeus is literally right here next to it. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and start ourselves a company here. How about Yamas Railways? Yamas is Greek for cheers. Sure, let's go with the, because the Greeks used to trade like lots of wines and things like that, and that looks like one of those pots that they would actually use. It's great that you've decided to take the challenge of building railways in Greece. Greece comprises 4 regions at this time: Attica, Peloponnese, Central Greece, and the Aegean Islands. For now, your permit allows you to lay in track in Attica, so Athens and around. The first victory point available is easy to win. You just need to haul cargo to and from Piraeus before the end of 1857. Right. So literally all we have at the moment in terms of access is this area. There we go. Okay. So not a lot going on here, but I'm tempted to use maybe Athens as a bit of a hub in terms of what we're actually going to be doing here. There's no AI or anything like that, so we are actually going to get rid of the dividends here, despite the fact that there was the attempt merger icon there. So basically, I don't think we're going to worry too much about industries here. I think we're going to be more interested in, quite simply, just running tracks between different areas, I think is what we're going to be interested in doing. That being said, what does the port do? Supplies coffee, cotton, and steel, which is then used here along with lumber, or at the munitions factory to produce ammunition. Okay, interesting. Right. So I think what we're going to do is we're not going to really focus too heavily on much of the industry here because we're very limited. That being said, the construction of a distillery, perhaps in Marathon, could be very interesting. Oh man, it uses up all of our money though, that's the problem. So, yeah, I think we're just going to go... We need to haul stuff to Piraeus, that's the thing. So I was tempted maybe to build like a massive station somewhere in the middle here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Thinking about maybe using Athens as a bit of a hub, so we could go Marathon, Athens, Piraeus, pretty much. What does the port actually demand? Clothing, which is already there, so... The rest of this area is not that profitable, other than the odd little industry here and there. So I think what we'll do is we'll go Marathon, Athens, Piraeus. So how's about we go... Let's build this here. Yeah, luckily the land is relatively flat around this way. I say. And... just in here, like that. Pretty much. I'm quite happy with that. Okay. So let's go with a medium station here. Let's get a large one in Athens. And then a medium one here in Piraeus, I think is going to be absolutely fine. We'll get a... see, which way are we going to go out? We're obviously going to go out this way. So I think we'll build our maintenance and service towers there. And basically... oh, we got some interesting trains available. The Crampton, Firefly... Okay, not too bad. We're also going to go with the Crampton, because that's the recent one. And we're literally just going to go Marathon, Athens, Piraeus, Athens. Single train... I think we can get away with 4 cars here. Wow, really? Okay. Maybe I should have started elsewhere. Okay, so just the one train. Wonderful! How about that? Wow. So we literally just have to haul something to Piraeus. Basically. So we could potentially look at... beta test event. Do you want 50 million in company cash for testing purposes? Sure. Okay. Not sure about that. I reckon that might be a test. That's quite interesting. Okay. I'm not going to spend that much of it. In fact, I'm going to keep the 50 million, and I'm just going to focus on everything else that we have. So 120 at this point. Okay, so we're hauling clothing. That's good. Obviously, clothing. It's literally just here as well. So, and obviously, the port demands the clothing, which is good. No doubt the textile mill, yeah, is very profitable. There we go. So we should be hauling stuff back. So there'll be things like coffee and cotton kicking around. Fair enough. Okay, so we're hauling, yeah, cotton, coffee, steel, yeah, all that jazz. Okay, so what do we got over here? We've got a fruit orchard. Oh, a distillery somewhere around here. I'm actually going to build a distillery. Thinking about building it in Marathon, actually. Yeah, let's build it in Marathon. Because this place already produces alcohol over here. So, not that there's actually any grain kicking around. But we could just use the money to purchase industry. They'll probably take it away from us later on. The temptation is to spend it all, obviously, but there's a house there. And you're making good money as well. So, how about we do that? There's not a lot here, other than we could potentially just build a large station that covers this area. There's not a lot going on here, to be quite honest. We could build like a local train. It does something like this. So I'll build a big station here in Lefsina. And then I'll build a medium one over here in Megara. And obviously we've got service towers and stuff there, so we could literally just do this. pretty much. That'll do. There we are. Get another train going. Confused about that cache, though. I got the feeling that there's something going on there. And that's obviously all of the places we can actually connect to here. This is a dairy farm, 1.3 million. No dairy processor around, though. And in fact, there's no ability to build one right now. And I wouldn't mind getting up some relevant buildings here. Restaurants and taverns, that sort of jazz in Athens. I think that's going to be a good idea. No doubt they're going to ask for that 50 grand back. So it said that currently, we only have access to this and the Aegean Islands. There's absolutely nothing on these islands, so don't have to worry about that. But say we wanted to go here. Right, so there's no actual ability to purchase them as such. It's literally just you have to make money off of what you have. So I'm quite tempted to just buy this. Let's do it. Just buy up all of the industries and stuff like that. There you go. You managed to hold a specific cargo request to Piraeus and for a Piraeus port. That means a victory point for you. Well done. Okay. Split 24 for 1. Okay. So, there we go. That keeps track of everything there as well. And I'm quite keen on purchasing this textile mill. Whilst we have the monies. This munitions factory. Steel. See, it's interesting that that's not making cash. I can understand this one not doing so, but I guess because the weapons factory is here. Gives you weapons, and munitions is ammunition. That doesn't get shipped anywhere. But at the same time, yeah, it doesn't quite make the money. Not all of the steel goes there. I think that's why. Fair dues. Okie doke. Well, we're just going to allow the produce here to move in and around, because we have built that distillery now. So obviously that's going to make money. That's going to increase the price of produce in this area, and it's also going to make us money. So we could haul a specific train from down here, but I don't think we'll do that. We'll just sit on what we have. There's not much else we can do here. We just have to wait for other things to take effect here. So we could issue some stock to raise money. And I think we will do that. I'm concerned about that 50k. I'm like, hang on a minute. Right, so some good, yeah, milk's being hauled around, which is nice, and there comes the alcohol. Obviously, this brewery is not able to make anything because there's no grain around here. Most of it's up here in the north. So that could be quite interesting. But yeah, they said wait for opportunities, so we're just going to sit here and chill for a little while. Let's go very fast. Allow the time to rock on. These trains are okay. Meatpacking plant, munitions factory, paper mill. Yeah, nothing else we can actually build here. Yeah, so you're not quite making enough. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually just doubling up the track here at Athens. Just double up that track. There we go, just to make sure that that actually works fine. And obviously we have the hotels and restaurants here. So that restaurant made 11k in the opening year. This textile mill continues to make money. Okay, 1k, that's not too bad. And the hotel made 17k. Nice. Okay, so let's keep those passengers rolling around here, because obviously they come into Athens and then they change and go elsewhere. So they'll either go out to Marathon, or they come down here to Piraeus, or out here to the small places. Little schoolhouse just popped up there. Interesting. It's outside of the... Giving a teacher a rotten apple. Well, that's terrible. Right, so we're just waiting for extra goals here. So in the meantime, we should probably look to set ourselves up in terms of the economy. We can fund ourselves a little bit here. Only a tiny bit. So I'm just looking into this. So we could deliberately drive the stock price up here by getting them to buy back stock. Quite possible. I've got the feeling there's going to be some sort of demand. I've never played this scenario before, but I've got the feeling there's going to be some sort of big payment. Big payment demand at some point. Okay, so we're just waiting for permission to get into these other things, and obviously we're waiting for the next victory condition. Right. Okay, you're company director for Yamas Railways for 3 years now, and your name is becoming better known. Now it's time to ride that reputation and make additional money. For a victory point, reach the £2 million mark in lifetime industry profits before 1863. Okie doke. Well, that's kind of good. Well, we're nearly there. Brilliant. Buying all those industries was worthwhile. A cattle ranch has just shown up here. Not exactly that much demand as such, but we could build a meat packer. So let's build a meat packer over there, and obviously that will grab cattle from over here, and so that will start to just move there naturally. There's some of it moving around the coast as well. Interesting. This thing now also supplies oil, which is quite interesting. No ability to build anything else there. So obviously textile mill, steel. It's yeah, it's not quite making money, the munitions. But that's mostly because of the weapons factory in the area. So actually, I think I'm going to go as far as bulldozing that and make sure this place gets all the steel. So it'll pile up over here, but then obviously it needs to move into there. So the idea being that that gets steel. Right, there we go. 2 million, absolutely brilliant. Good. Right, and obviously this steel is demanded over here in general, but then ammunition is kind of just kicking around and not really demanded anywhere. That being said, this scenario does go up to the First World War, so there's absolute potential that munitions will be demanded. Okay, that's fair enough, but we can't get there at the moment because we still don't have the ability to purchase territories, I should say. What else we got over here? This is oh, there's more than oh, I see. Yeah, so that's Albania, it's Macedonia. Okay, sure. There are other countries. Very unlikely. No, we cannot actually purchase any rights at all through any of those. Okie doke. Recession ahead. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. We're going to go ahead and buy some shares in our company, though. Keep that rocking. Just having a look for any potential new industries or anything popping up here. This attempt at the life of our queen. Oh dear. Queen Amalia survived an assassination attempt yesterday when an unknown man tried to stab her during a public ceremony. Oh my god. That's terrible. So this distillery is making good profits. Right, you need access rights to buy stuff. I was just querying that. Okay, yeah, so end of 1863, or by 1863 was the correct term for that. Yeah, so this port here supplies a lot of stuff. Obviously there's oil kicking around here, generally coffee, and then demands the clothes. The economy has crashed. Okie doke. Not good. Yeah, this thing is pretty good. In fact, I'm tempted to upgrade it. I don't know, it's just reached 3.8 and the maximum is 4, so it's not quite reached that maximum yet. These trains still doing good business here, hauling stuff around. Plenty of passengers as well, which is nice. New train, fairly. So again, this meat packer will make a little bit of money, because obviously it's going to get supplies from this cattle ranch over here, which is 2 per year. So the meat packer will produce around 2 per year, and so that will make some good money. Due to budget cuts, we'll now be using steamboats for all shipments. Cool. Okie doke. Again, good things being sorted out here. Cool. Lots of passengers. Very tempted to perhaps go with a dining car. But then obviously that picks up lots of people from the hotels and stuff. So that hotel is pretty much paid for itself. Okay, 1 year after the assassination attempt against Queen Amalia, King Otto is forced to step down by a military coup and leaves the country. King Otto is succeeded by King George I, a Danish prince. The new monarch pushed for progress both in Greek politics and the Greek economy. One of his first decrees is to grant you access to both Peloponnese and central Greece. Lovely! Okie doke. Right. So obviously we have this industry victory point here. We may want to wait for the next industry or the next victory point. But I'm kind of interested in... So there's absolutely nothing. This supplies goods and produce, which is demanded down here, and demands lumber. Supplies goods, huh? But I like the idea that it supplies produce, because then we can haul that down to Marathon. So I think what we'll do is we'll start... Oh, this is actually a... Oh, wow. We can't get across that body of water. We don't have access to suspension bridges yet. So... Not exactly ideal, that. What else is over here? So... This territory is actually quite big, but it'd be interesting to know, is there anywhere that demands ammunition? Not really. Which is kind of annoying. Let's just go... Alcohol. Actually, is there any grain around? Ah, yes, there's the grain over here. Which you might want to haul down this way, but it might actually be better to build a brewery in Libardia. There's also a port here that also supplies goods and produce. Okie doke. And there's also a logging camp up here that supplies pulpwood and logs. So that's where I think our lumber is going to come from. So let's get ourselves a lumber mill here. And we will ship that lumber somewhere. I can't remember where. Oh, I think we destroyed the place that needed it. Classic. Okay. So what needs lumber? I think it was the weapons factory actually that needed it, but oh well. So we could build a lumber mill and a paper mill over here. So let's build those. Let's get the track running in over here. And yeah, that'll do. And then we'll run this to... I don't even know. We could go across directly to Marathon to haul in all of that good stuff from over there. Because obviously we will have the produce. And the lumber could go over there as well. The only problem with this is it's a little bit hilly. Yeah, let's go all the way across to Marathon here. Let's build ourselves a maintenance. Let's get another service tower there as well. So, cool. Okay, so we'll go Lividostro to Marathon. We'll just go backwards and forwards with that one. There we go. So a few goods, but there's the produce, which is slightly more important as far as we're concerned here. What does this place have? It's a bakery. Okay. Oh, I'll buy the logging camp as well. What do we have over here? We have a sheep farm. So again, obviously, we could bring that over to Athens. Actually, the sheep farm here that I think I'm going to purchase as well. Get ourselves lots of stuff. So again, we could bring Libardia down to here, but then I'm quite tempted to just cut across here. Without, like... Pretty smooth play. In only half a dozen years under your management, your company already achieved over 2 million of industry profits. Your reputation is impressive, and it's not by chance. Okay, so that gives us another victory point. Good. Let's connect those up. The service tower there. Right. I was going to try and bring some of the wool down over here. Oh boy. So I was going to go... There's a bit of a hill here, so I'm actually going around it. So let's build that. And then cut down this way. Get a maintenance there. And I was going to bring that down to Athens. So I was going to go Libardia to Athens. We'll still go with the Crampton. And obviously, hopefully, there we go. There's some wool going down that way. That's quite good. Also, it's bringing more passengers in as well. So that's going to be quite sensible. I'm going to go ahead and double this piece of track up here. Mostly because we're going to have quite a few trains using it. And I'll do the same here as well. I'll double that track up to there. There's not a lot here at Thebai. Atalanta over here, though. That's not a bad... And again, there's the produce. Ionian Islands for Greece. As a coronation gift for King George I, the British Crown has offered rule of the Ionian Islands to the Greek monarch. Okie doke, not too bad. Again, this produce here, not sure I'm going to be able to bring it down that far. I'm thinking about a triple train. Salona, Atalanta, Libardia. Okay, have you noticed how much territory you can expand to now? You'll have basically been invited to become a nationwide company. There's one victory point to be won here. We're in 1864, and you have 16 years, so until end of 1880, to cover 1/3 of the territory with your railway. To satisfy this condition, have 16 or more cities in the network. Okie doke. So question, do current cities count? I don't think that's updated yet. But let's go Salona. See, I don't want to drive through the middle of the farm. Ooh, lightning strike. But I think I kind of have to here. Cut across like that. Go in like that. Build a big station there. Just trying to keep the track gradient down a little bit here. Right, cut across to here. Wow, okay. Is a bit of a hill, I will grant you that. Jesus, okay. So actually, undo that. Let's go through here instead. That's a lot flatter. There we go. There we go, that's a bit better. So I'll go Salona, Libardia, Atalanta. Just cut across to here. There we go, across like that. And... really? Wow. We need to build this slightly differently then. Nearly bulldozed that there. There we go. Better times ahead. Okie doke. Nice. Go ahead and purchase some shares there. And just put a maintenance there. Service tower. And we'll probably put an extra one over this way. Right. So we're going to go from... So Salona has grain. So I'm going to build a... brewery here. So we'll go Salona, Libardia, Atalanta. Pretty much like that. There we go. So literally all grain, most of it. Which is good, because obviously then the finished alcohol... Oh yeah, 9 cities are linked by rail. Okay, so we've got quite a while to do that. So then obviously the alcohol can then be shipped around to a few different places. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll also go ahead and purchase the grain farm here, because at the moment it's making a bit of a loss, but it will eventually get it right. Brilliant. Okay. So good number of trains so far. What do we got over here? Meatpacking plants. There's a bit of livestock coming in here. Let's go and purchase that. $1 million for a cattle ranch. Wow. We have the money. It's fine. So where is this meat heading? Oh yeah, over to Salona is good money. Okay, so let's go for our Nafpaktos. Now we need to get around this hill, that's the problem. We could just tunnel it. Short, we got cash. I'm still scared that we're going to have to pay that back at some point. Right, so let's go over here and build ourselves a large station. There's also more wool over here. Steel railway bridges have been developed. There's a bit of wool and there's a textile mill. We'll go ahead and purchase that. And I'll also buy the outlying sheep farms. So let's build all of that. And that we're going to run northbound from here, but we'll get a maintenance facility here anyway. And we'll run a train between these two. There's going to be enough produce moving backwards and forwards there that we will be absolutely fine for money between those areas. So that's going to be fine. Right. So obviously we don't have access to suspension bridges yet, so I still can't build this. Even then, actually building a station here, see, we can do it. But obviously we can't cross the water yet. So that's the annoyance there. So Lamia over here has a grain farm. That's kind of just kicking around in general. So I think we should get a train coming down from Lamia to Libardia. Wow. I'm actually going to go and bridge here. We have the money. You know what? Why don't we just go stone? There we go. Cut off a little bit of the... Right, there is a nasty hill here, so we're going to drive around this hill. Across here like this. Wow, really? And then drive in there like that. Put a service tower along there. And we'll go from Lamia. Economy's back on track. Good. We'll go from Lamia to Libardia. Bit of a long trek, but I think that'll be okay. I think, yeah, the grain's going to be coming down here. So obviously this brewery will start to make money, which it is now. So that's good. So we'll go across to there. That's not really a very profitable place. What have we got up here? We've got a logging camp. We've got more sheep over this way. It's not really going anywhere as such, but we could haul it down over here to Nafpaktos. It's around this massive hill though, isn't it? And this is just a little town. Could just connect the local service from Lamia, Macrocomi and Carpenisi. Just a little local train that hauls passengers around. Could be quite good, I suppose. Okay, good money's coming in from those trains. This is a bit hilly here, but gonna be fine. Oh, I messed that up totally. So I'll build a medium there, and a medium there. Get a service station there, and literally just run backwards and forwards between these three. Maybe only go 3 cars. Yeah, there's literally nothing there to start with. The Greek people of Crete revolt against Ottoman rule. So the native people of the island of Crete have rebelled against Ottomans, and they seek unification with mainland Greece. Okie doke. Fair dues. Growing prosperity in the economy. That's quite good. So I reckon I could probably comfortably issue some stock here and not have too much trouble there. So obviously the stock price falls, but yeah, let's do that. And then I think what we'll also do is we'll get Agrinio, Mesolongi, and Nafpakos collected up here. So, yeah, so I was going to use that maintenance facility, but I don't think we're going to be able to here. Oh, wow. Just wondering whether it might prompt the tunnel there. No, it's not even going to do that. Okay. So, blimey. Might do better running across the top here. Yeah, I think we do better doing that. And then coming across to this way. Can't exactly get away from that, can we? Oh, that's a bit brutal, but what can you do? And then from somewhere along here, and just do that basically. So connect up there, get away with a medium there. That's going to be quite good. Let's get a maintenance facility there, a couple of service towers, and connect up these 3 places with a train that does that. Crampton. There we go. Excellent. A corn farm near Agrinio. Well, that's interesting. That's the first one on the map. There's demand over here because it's demanded at places that obviously produce things like get it right, sheep. That's it. Wool. So there's a grain farm over here as well. Wondering whether it's worth, because obviously we're shipping. Oh, we've already got demand for it over here, or is it just, is it sitting here, or no? It's a bakery. Okay, so we'll leave that bakery to be then. So this this grain farm actually is making money, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. Obviously, this port here is also providing things like goods and produce. Cool. How are we doing for our cities list then? So we need 1 more city. I guess we'll go up to Farsala. We can go up here. This is a logging camp, isn't it? Yeah. That's making its way up there. Yeah, because we built a lumber mill over this way, which is making money, and then we also have a paper mill, which is also making money. Good. Okay. So we could just run a small train over to Thebai then. No. Or do we want to expand our reach up to somewhere like... Okay, so Greece remained a very poor country throughout the 19th century. The country lacked raw materials, infrastructure, and capital, and agriculture was mostly at the subsistence level. Some Greeks grew rich, and Piraeus became a major port, but little of this wealth found its way to the Greek peasantry. Greece remained hopelessly in debt to London finance houses. In-game bonds will be issued at higher rates. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So we've got a sheep farm here. And it's not really going anywhere as such, so I wouldn't mind getting a train a long train from Farsila down to Nafpaktos, sorry, and then get the grain to move around somewhere else. There's also a whole load of there's a cattle ranch, so that's obviously supplying that. There's a logging camp over here, 2 tons ahead. It's not really going anywhere. Okay, so let's go north here. That is expensive, my goodness. Oh yes, of course. There's a whacking great big drop on the other side here. So this could be a little bit harder than what we first thought. Maybe we could drag... No, we could tunnel through here. But even then, we're looking at quite a horrendous drop over this way. It's still pretty nasty. God damn, yeah, that's brutal. How are we going to get through this hill here? See, we could, like, just tunnel... Well, that's not too bad. We could drop down here, but then that's pretty nasty as well. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to avoid some of these massive drops here. So, we could instead run it the long way around. Which is kind of seems a bit silly to me, but we could, actually what we could do is not that, but we could connect up around the back over this way. Oh my god, look how brutal that is. Maybe we make sure that we only go downhill there. I think that's the way to go, and the only way we're going to be able to successfully do that... Oh, Fastly is offering a reward for connection. So let's go drag a track like that out this way. Curl that in there, because otherwise that's going to... There we go. Right, let's get a big station there. Excellent. Well, literally, right. So obviously what we're going to be doing is we're going to attempt to haul this wool down here to Nafpaktos. And then what we can also do is there's a bit of grain kicking around up here. There's actually a lot of grain here, but more along the lines of we're going to be wanting to haul the wool from Farsila. So let's get a service tower halfway along there. There's actually no maintenance for quite a while, so let's get a maintenance facility there. You can go over there to Atalanta maybe, actually, that's probably a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to purchase a train from Farsila, Nafpaktos, Atalanta. Force it to only go down one route. Right, so I would like to... Ooh, there we go, 16 or more, and we have connected to 16, so... Right, I kind of want to just follow this here and see how badly it struggles. Okay. So obviously I hope that you're going to go... Yeah, you are going this way. Good. Okay, nice. Right. So with that, that means you're going to go that way. So probably certain pieces of track probably need to be doubled now. So maybe along here, because that's only going to be used by one train. Then most of this needs doubling up. 2,000 to double that up. Right, we'll go single track into the tunnel. And then we'll double it up for the rest. No, just do this. Obviously still have loads of money. And double this up into Atalanta. And then this one coming out here towards Lamia. Like this. And then ideally from here, I'll do. So we can double up to here basically. Might as well just double up that whole section, even though only two trains use that, but still, I think that's going to be a good idea in the long run. Right, so we have until 1880, so we could potentially try to connect up more cities and get some more trains running here. Overall, our trains aren't too bad, actually. So, what's the other territory that we have here? Right, so we actually have access over here to the south. Okie doke. So we can connect up here to Corinth, for example, which supplies some produce. So we could bring that over here to oh, they built a distillery there. You know what? I'm gonna destroy that. I don't like that. I'm more interested in obviously getting it to Marathon. So yeah, let's go to Corinth here. Relatively straight track, actually. There we go. Get a service tower. And we'll probably go Corinth. A barracks. Okay. So you demand alcohol, weapons, and ammunition. Ah, so that's going to be a place to send the ammunition. Right, okay, but obviously that's miles up there at the moment. But absolutely, we could send that munition up there. This thing's still losing money, but obviously if you can send the ammunition elsewhere, that'll be quite good. But let's get a train from Corinth to Marathon. Actually, no. Let's just build it from Corinth to Athens. We'll allow the other trains to take produce and stuff along from there. Okay, excellent. So we have Argos and Naphilion. Naphilion, I don't even know. We can't connect both of those up with one station, which is a shame. Patrai over here is a pretty big place. Has an upgraded port as well, and that supplies like oil and all sorts here. Steel again supplies the steel, so we could potentially bring that over to Athens as well. And there is currently a textile mill here. 6 million the purchase. I'm going to buy that. There's also a sheep farm here that's probably supplying that as well. So I'll buy that. And we'll try and bring... So obviously the clothing just happens to sit right there in the port. So there's no real need to bring it over. There's actually quite a few... yeah, see, I'm wondering whether maybe we want to get from... I think I've got a train that comes down here, so we could potentially deliver the logs there, but then... Yeah, so we're starting to get logs kicking around over here, which I wouldn't mind sending up to Libidostro. Wouldn't mind sending that up here, to be quite honest. Could be interesting. Okay. Oh, Sparta! This is Sparta. There's some good places down here, though. I'm tempted by a connection between Patrai and Athens and a straight train that runs through. I'm tempted by that. I'm just looking at this coastline to see whether maybe we could run something along the coast. Considering it's actually on the coast. or whether I just want to run it straight up the hill. There's a meatpacking plant here as well that's getting nothing, so I think I'll create a piece of track that comes around here and does this with a service tower there. And go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that to bring local traffic into Corinth that can then go out to other places. Again, Corinth is going to be a changeover place, so I'm kind of tempted by hotel, restaurant, and tavern here. I was thinking about running out this way as well. Ooh, a bit steep there. How about we do this around this way, in over here like that. Doesn't quite cover. Build a big one. Get a couple of service towers and run a train backwards and forwards between Calavrita and Corinth. And again, same thing. We're going to aim to bring passengers in to promote that hotel. So we'll go around this way. That's not bad, but then I think the drop here is quite nasty. Yeah, not brilliant. Okay, but we'll do that anyway. Let's get a train try like that, and just wonder whether to create an express service out to. Certainly, we could hold a steel. There's goods kicking around though, so we could go. I'm going to go Patrai to not Lepsina, to Athens. There we go, so mail passengers, and there goes the steel, so that's going to be quite good. But I think I'm tempted to go with like an express train. Or we could go Patrai, Corinth, is what we could do. But I'm tempted to use Patrai as a bit of a hub for these three. So I'm tempted to do something like this, where we grab some double track, peels away, sort of a little bit like that. Speed record, Corinth rocket, nice. And then from here, peel off into 3 different areas, like this, and then down to Olympia, and basically use that as a bit of a hub. So I'll go Olympia, Pyrgos, and Travida, like that. And then bring trains in, maybe not too many trains. So we could go Antravida, Patrai, Pyrgos, Patrai, like that, with the Crampton. And then I'm going to go Olympia, Patrai, Calavrita, Patrai. So I'm going to serve those stations there with some more, and obviously there's passengers here and all sorts. So again, Patrai, I'm going to build hotel, restaurant, and tavern. This train is struggling up this hill. Can we do anything better here? For this particular track we can. So let's do that. Bulldoze this. And try not to wreck the It's nasty as hell, that is. I think that will still struggle. I actually think it would be better. No, maybe not even. No, it's not. I thought it would be better to go down that way, but it really isn't. It's a struggle either way. Put that in for now. Yeah, it's brutal hill this, isn't it? Wowzers. Just trying to work out whether maybe it's actually better to go this way and cut back in. That's a lot better. Sterling is available. Okay, we might want to consider upgrading all of our trains here. Economic boom fading. Yeah, so let's do this. Connect those. That's obviously going to make a great deal of difference to that traffic. There we go. Let me get rid of this and do that. And then connect those up like that. Excellent. Okay, so let's make that a bit flatter because that was quite brutal. We're going to go ahead and do... Oh, really? Oh, you're struggling up this hill. Put some more service towers and stuff in. Might be worth putting in a maintenance there as well. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all of our trains here. So, all of the Cramptons to Sterling. Yeah, much better. There we go. Chunk of money on that. Right, buy a few more. Obviously, the economy is slowing down a little bit there. So we have access to most of this now, except Thessaly. That's the one. Okay, cool. Right, and so obviously the goal here, yeah, 24 cities we got here. So I think at this point we have a strong foundation to work with. We have a good number of trains. So if there's any like industry potential over here, I think we can move a little bit faster actually. There's plenty of alcohol over this way, which is demanded quite heavily there. Is there any grain? Yes, there is. Okay. But then there's bakeries and stuff that are consuming it. So I'm actually going to buy this grain farm. I think this brewery is making some money. So I'll buy this grain farm out here as well, I think. There we go. And there's a distillery out here that just isn't making anything. It has no produce because we're shipping it all over here to this area. Okay, there's a distillery there that I'm going to bulldoze. Because it's really annoying to pick them all up here. There we go. So, I mean, I just want one place that the produce can go to. So, obviously, that affects the profits of this place. So, I mean, it affected the profits massively. Crazy. Okay. Right, but that's a good foundation, I think, for success here. So, I'm going to go ahead and bomb up the speed here. So, how's our... So there's a little bit of demand over this way for ammunition, but still, yeah, this is the place where we need to go here. Massive demand over there. Calls by the barracks. This port is upgraded. Lovely. And no ability to build anything like oil refineries or anything yet either. Or electric plants or anything like that. There's no ability to build those. Lumber mill, no. Yeah, any... Still a fair few logs kicking around. Yeah, see, these logs are now making their way over to the lumber mill across there, which is rather good. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. It's not quite operating at... again, the pulpwood's making its way over there, which is good. Yeah, okay. Quite a few lumber mills up north, but yeah, we created that one down here. Economy's slowing. Okay, livestock, are we still... Yeah, we're still moving around quite a bit of livestock here. Yeah, this place is not really gonna... Yeah, these two farms are supplying this one, that's good. And obviously meat is demanded in general, which is quite good. Goods. Again, just in general, goods are demanded, so... No actual proper sinks. What about coffee? I mean, we got production, but there's no actual sinks other than just general housing at the moment. Cotton, that's piling up there. In fact, this... Session ahead. This tool and die... Or, sorry, textile mill, sorry. Urgently needs an upgrade. And this one was already upgraded, so no problems there. And obviously there's wool kicking around here as well. We did buy this one, didn't we? Yeah, good. And we bought the... Oh, I don't think we bought the sheep farm. Oh, no, we did, yeah. Okie doke. And we've also bought the meat packer over here. That's good. Demands lumber. See, this is the thing. Yeah, obviously the lumber's moving directly from the lumber mill to the port here. So that port's obviously making good money, but you can't buy ports, so... Interesting. Okay, so how are we doing with the hotels and stuff? Oh yeah, that hotel's paid for itself. Yeah, not too bad, actually. Tavern, not so much, but pretty good. The try as well, some good monies. Balancing itself out there, that tavern. That's the textile mill. And the restaurant is making a little bit of cash as well, which is good. Okie doke. So I'm going to guess that maybe there may be something to do. So obviously there may actually end up being something to do with personal net worth here. I'm going to pay myself a small dividend going forward. I'm quite tempted to, obviously, we've hit recession here as well. No, I won't buy on margin yet, but we hit recession, so shares are a bit cheaper. Duke class is now available. Don't think we'll use it, but still pretty good. Just double up some of the track at these stations here. That's a good idea as well. Just double up that piece of track. Yeah, we got a lot of track that could probably do with being doubled up here. There we go. Obviously, we could run a direct train Patrai to Athens as a passenger train, but that would probably defeat the point of some of these little hotel stop-offs that we have here. I think that would defeat that idea. So I could potentially just connect to other places here, but no. I'm looking at our trains here, and I think we're all doing pretty well. I was going to say, yeah, you need a restaurant there might be quite a good idea. Yeah, so good stuff here. I did buy that sheep farm. This the actual the icon that I've chosen here is actually quite hard to see on the map. So yeah, let's just pile up a little bit of money here. I reckon there's probably going to be something to do with some net worth at some point. Right, there's a distillery there. turning a bit of a profit, so we could haul produce from Cramdy. Bit hilly though, isn't it? That's rather nasty. Jesus. Can I get out of here that way? Don't think so. Alright, so let's bring that around like that. Build a maintenance there. Excellent. Pick up a large station there and go from Cramdy to Nafpillen. We'll go with the Sterling. There we go, and there's a bit of produce in there. There's some goods as well, so that's quite good. So obviously that means the port will do well. Good, yeah, look at that. Jesus. Is there any way... Is there really no way I can avoid this? Just looking at the hill. Dropping down through there isn't really enough. Oh, hang on. Right, crashed. Replace you. That's better though. That's a lot better piece of track. So let's get rid of all of this. Avoid that hill. It's an unusually sharp turn. Over there. Let's go ahead and destroy. Whoops. Kind of think that's a bit weird as well. There you go. That's better. Cool. Okay, so we can do that. Nafpillen over here probably needs a bit of double track. Actually, better times ahead. Cool. There's actually some houses out of here. The Tsar declares war. Russians declare war on the Ottoman Empire following freedom cries by the Slavic populations of Bulgaria and Romania. So expect the prices of weapons and stuff to go up. That's better. Tool and die and munitions factories have stopped accepting iron. You must now ship this cargo to a steel mill, then you can ship the finished steel to the factory. Okay, so let's look at ammunition. So it looks like we're actually shipping it out now. Weapons... No, we're not actually making that anywhere, but there is the barracks in northern Greece. Yeah, 25 cities connected. Okay, before the end of 1880. Cool. Okay, so we're just going to zoom through to 1880 here and try to discover the next task. Obviously, we're giving ourselves a little bit of cash here. I'm actually going to buy some shares. Might buy one set on margin here because the economy's back on track. What a great time to buy those shares on margin. Jesus. Share price went through the roof. This area here is getting very congested. I'm going to bulldoze that. It's annoying when buildings pop up like that you don't want. As the Greek kingdom turns to Europe, replacing the cultural and economic links to the Ottoman Empire, the port of Patrai becomes more and more important. There is a victory point opportunity in this. You need to provide a direct railway link between Patrai and Athens. Via the coastline with a station in a crater. Okay, well we haven't done that yet. Because we provide it in a slightly different line here. So we may actually need to physically connect it up along here. Yeah, let's get a small bridge there. So let's go along here. Wow, a small one doesn't cover that. There we go, a crater. And I think we will, for the purposes of this, I think we'll connect up down here. Is that a little house there? Oh, what a cute little house. Pretty much like that is the way we're going to do it. I'll build a maintenance there and a couple of service towers. Let's just run. And actually, in fact, let's run a Duke class here and just run that along there, basically. Put a dining car on as well. Is it going to add the dining car when? Yeah, it did. Haha. Dining car is 20% extra, so plus 14 per passenger revenue there, which isn't exactly the worst in the world. Okay, so have Petra and Corinth linked directly via Crater and along the coastline by 1888. Yeah, easy. Again, that's a medium station. I'm thinking about. Oh, really? Damn! I built the hotel in the wrong spot. Bulldoze. Oh, really? My God. Oh well, it's kind of annoying, but what can you do? Okay, so this long camp is actually operating at a loss right now. Most of it's not able to make it to where it needs to go. That's the problem. Cool. Okie doke. Still got some good stuff here. Oh, that dining car is useless there at the moment. A lot of clothes going around. Rebellion crushed in Crete. With support of British units, the Ottoman Empire has once again silenced the nationalist revolt in Crete. Cries of rage chime over the entire Greek diaspora. Damn, okay. I'll get a post office up here. Probably a good idea. Right. The Cretan revolts worry the government in Athens more and more every time. The populace seek unification with their fellow Greeks, and the poor city of Kalamata is the main doorway for patriots to travel to Crete. For a victory point, haul at least 30,000 people, 30 hauls to Kalamata within the next decade. Right. Where is Kalamata? Kalamata, down here. Right, so we need to get passengers down to here. Okie doke. Well, how about we go from... Oh dear. Crash train. So we should probably go do some more connections then. So what I think we'll do is we'll run track in here like this. Probably don't need a big station there, but more along the lines of... We could do a couple of connections. So we could go out this way over to Kyparissa. And in actual fact, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to build the hotel and all sorts here in Kalamata, because I know we're going to be using this as a hub station for more. Right, so I guess we'll go with the Duke class, that's fine. There we go. So initially there's not going to be a lot, but we'll also go up to this place, Megalopoli, if we can actually get there without a horrendous hill. Oh boy, that is quite brutal. There we go, that's better. Oh no, the Corinth rocket has crashed. That's a shame. Okay, so let's pick that up. I'll get a service tower there. Megalopoli to Kalamata. I'll use the Duke class down here. Right, we will get people coming there eventually. Obviously, this piece of track, I think, needs to be doubled up. And then we'll also connect up from Olympia. Wowzers. There we go. Seems a bit... Right, and then I'll get a double track there, like that basically. And I'll go from Olympia to Kalamata as well. I'll go with the Sterling this time. There we go. And I wouldn't mind also coming over from Sparta. Any chance of a tunnel there? 4 million on that. Let's see how. That better be worthwhile. And a maintenance on the other side. Sparta to Kalamata. There we go. And we got a few passengers coming in there now. That's pretty good. Okay. It's tiny. I don't think that's even worth it. Although it could just be a couple of passengers worth. So in a certain way, maybe actually... Are you actually serious? Maybe actually it could be worth it to bring passengers up. I'd like to run via the service tower. That's the only reason I've done that there. And all of a sudden that's going to turn into a massive place of... What? Did I mess up something here? Oh yeah, not actually connected. Now it is. We'll go with just the 3 cars here. There we go, lovely. Couple of passengers, which will be excellent because obviously we need to bring those passengers in over here. Let's upgrade that to a large station because I think that area is going to develop. What is this? Fruit orchard. Is there a distillery here? There is. Doesn't exactly make money though, does it? The fruit orchard does though. You can go buy that. Cool, okay. So let's see how we get on with that then. We'll wait until the ledger at the end of the year pops up before we have a look at how that goes. And obviously that connects everything up over here. We could go... In fact, we can go over here. I'd like to run a train between Argos... Maybe not there. Actually, maybe even a station that's already a bit more of a hub. Like that. So go Nafpilon, Tripolitsa, sorry. And run some trains between those places. Bring more traffic down here. Dairy processor has appeared. Okay, so we can actually build dairy processors now. So we may want to look at... Right, let's have a look at this. So, 10 out of 30 passenger cars arrived at the port city. Nice. Okay, and we're nearly there with... 1880, by the end of 1880. So we will actually grab that victory point at the top there. We're going to grab the other ones as well. I was looking for milk. So again, I think I'm going to build a dairy processor just in here. because I think the milk will actually come down here naturally. Not a lot of milk kicking around, but we have enough. We have no rights there. Okie doke. Alright, but let's go with that anyway. Okay, we burned through all of that 50k that we were given. Oh, I think we should double up. Have you noticed that every now and then your company's cash drops slightly without explanation? Maybe you haven't, but in fact your company has already lost $1 million from corruption and employee action. Large companies are prone to this. Avoid having a lot of cash in the bank to reduce this effect. So we lost quite a bit as a result of the taking on that massive amount of cash there. Okay, but that's fine. And I need to increase the double track to there as well. In fact, I might just double all this up. There. Just double that up. Seems to make sense. And possibly at Olympia Station as well. It's probably a good idea to double that up. Right. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. Okay, let's zoom to very fast once again. So we're going to hit the end of 1880 here, and we'll have completed another victory point. Right. We do have a little bit of cash for ourselves, so going to keep trying to increase that personal net worth, because I got the feeling there may be a quest about that. Let's pay ourselves $500,000. $500,000, or half a, yeah, that's right, yeah, $500,000 each year through dividends. Cool, okay. Quite a nice work you've established. Over 1/3 of the territory is covered by your network, 32 in counting, 1 a victory point. Whilst joining a conflict against the Ottoman Empire would be well taken by the Greek people, Greece was too poor to enter the war against it waged by Russia and its allies. Still, when the war was forced to a halt by pressure from Britain and Germany, Greece still managed to see some territorial claims. The region of Thessaly was passed to Greece, and the Treaty of Berlin in 1881, as well as the city of Arta. Hooray! So we can do business in the north now. So we need to get to 1888 and 1890 here. So I'm just going to continue to move at a fast pace. Once again, looking at the milk here, we could potentially build a dairy processor somewhere. It's only one farm though, isn't it? Like I said, over there. Territorial expansion is still underway. All the land gained was part of the crumbling Ottoman Empire, and the Greeks are keen on taking even more. 2 victory points opportunities rising from the opening of Thessaly. Sorry. One is to connect Volos and Trikala to Athens. The other is to haul at least 5 troops and 5 weapons to the territory before the turn of the century. Okie doke. Right. So we need Volos and Trikala. Well, luckily these aren't too far away. That was double track, so run across over here to Volos. It's actually quite a big place. We'll build a service tower there, and Trikala is over here. And let's cut across this way. Like that. Well done for another victory point. Linking Volos and Trikala to Athens is brilliant, and you get points for it. Lovely. Okay. So I'm just going to run probably a train between these places here. We'll go with the Sterling. Just run a train between those. That'll be good. And then the other goal was to haul, oh boy, 5 troops and 5 weapons to Thessaly. We currently don't have any weapons production. Wait, what? Ah, right. So we actually have some troops kicking around. Right, so they're probably going to want to move from one barracks to another here. So weapons are demanding, obviously the alcohol, and then the munitions are just going to move across here. So are there any troops kicking around in Athens? Yeah, they're very nearly some troops. So obviously I think what we're going to want to do is connect up to... Oh no, this is Macedonia. So we just need to get troops and stuff over here. So weapons are demanded in certain areas. In fact, there's a couple of barracks kicking around here. There's one in Volos. Is that literally just outside? Oh my god. Maybe we should go up to Larissa then. Because there's a barracks there. And I'll make sure that that's 100% in the line. So I'll join that in there. So yeah, I might just do this. Cut across there. And I was going to go Larissa Volos. Bring stuff in from there down to Volos, then can be transported to other places. Okay, so we need to haul troops up here. And we also need weapons, and for that we need to build ourselves the weapon manufactory. So obviously the munitions, all the steel's kicking around there. It's moving around all over the place, but we might need to build... Actually, there's steel over here, isn't there? So we could build weapons over this way. I think weapons requires something else though as well, doesn't it? Requires more than one thing. Right. Okay, so let's go and switch the dividend back down to something a little bit smaller. So 58k, let's go with that. Can't remember what else you needed to make weapons. I think it was lumber. Seem to remember. So how are we doing for lumber in this area? In fact, there is actual lumber production here. And we do have logs moving across. It's just taking quite a while, but we do actually have lumber production. Not making that much though, that's the problem. So we could literally draw a track that does that. So we could get logs kicking around here. So I could go from... Oh, boom times ahead. There's actually pulpwood there as well. Okay, train has crashed. So we could also build ourselves the Volos Flyer. Okay, cool. We could also build ourselves a paper mill. Over here. So we could go from Kalavrita Junction to Petrai. On the way, we'll grab any cargo, and on the way back, we'll grab nothing. There we go, 1 logs and 2 pulpwood. Fantastic. We'll bring that in. Let's go ahead and purchase that as well. So I think that's what we need. That being said, there's lumber and stuff over here. There's a lot of lumber around here. And so it would make sense to build the weapons thing over here, wouldn't it? But then a lot of the steel is just moving around. It might actually make sense to build the weapons factory here. And then get rid of the munitions one. Obviously we destroyed the weapons factory earlier, didn't we? Yeah, lumber and steel. Right, yeah. So in actual fact what I'll do is this munitions factory, it's making money. Oh, 2.6 million to get rid of that. Bloody hell. But I need the steel to pile up here. Another train crashed. So where else are we going to source lumber? Try. Okay, so we could build. Try to. No. Try to Athens, sterling. That is any freight. Okay, steel mostly, but that's okay. And bulldoze the munitions factory. Because we need this lumber to come down here. Do I have any trains from Livodostro to Athens? Pretty sure I do. Libardia to Athens. Corinth to Athens. I don't think I do. What's this one? No, I don't think I actually do here. So let's go Livodostro, Athens, any freight. There you go, a bit of lumber coming in. So obviously the steel here should pile up at both places. Yeah, so you do have a bit of steel. But I'm very tempted to just get rid of this. So Athens now has the barracks. So there's a few troops kicking around here. So I'm going to go from Athens to Larissa. And I'm going to go troops on the way up. And any cargo on the way back. There we go. Troops. Excellent. So let's get some troops going up, and we're also going to need to make some weapons here. Right, so obviously this munitions factory is the one that has all the... It's annoying because... Yeah, see, there's steel already there. It's just the lumber now that we need. We need to get this lumber down from here. Isn't there any lumber? There's some lumber kicking around in Larissa as well. So actually that last train could go lumber, quite literally. Any more at all? See, there's a little bit kicking around here and there. Cool, okay, so let's try and get those... It's just outside the station as well. It's actually making money. But is there any actual lumber? Yeah, there's a bit of lumber kicking around here. Which obviously needs to go to... Yeah, see, it's all steel. So we need Patrai to Athens. That holds lumber on the way and any cargo on the way back. Yeah, there's nothing there though. So it's, yeah, difficult to work that one out. By the turn of the century though, so we have time. So we've hauled the troops. We just need to haul the weapons. And there's 0.1 weapons kicking around. But obviously the issue being is that the local barracks will also use them. So we kind of need the local barracks to not use the weapons, basically. So this, actually this last, no, not this one. This one here with the troops. this Athens can then become any cargo. And we do have lumber coming down now. So yeah, the steel is absolutely piling up here. I'm tempted to just buy that, to be quite honest. Get the steel in. Right, so we dropped off a little bit more lumber there. Economic boom fading, okay. So it's just kicking around, that's the problem. There we go. Consume there, that's good. Lots of steel here. Yeah, see, it's not quite kicking around and it trying to get the weapons going. So, how else are we going to get lumber along here? Let's have a look at where are the logs. See, there's not that much. Obviously, Larissa has some. And, there's not a lot kicking around over there either. Can we get to here? What territory is this? No, we don't have any rights there. Okay. We could, however, do this in a bit more of an attempt to bring stuff over here. Yes, there's not a lot kicking around. No, not enough lumber. Okay. How are we doing stock market wise? Keep on buying some shares, try and drive that price up a little bit further. Obviously with the economic boom fading, we're not exactly... Right, so how long have we got here to complete these goals? Oh, so we smashed the 1890 passengers one. Petra and Corinth, yeah, we're going to beat that. We've hauled the troops, we just need the weapons. And that's by the turn of the century. I'm actually tempted to bulldoze these barracks. Purely because I want weapons. Everybody's happy with your network, everybody except the ship owners that used to make money in carrying goods. Laying a direct railway between Troy and Corinthos will get you some enemies, but also gets you a victory point. Lovely. Okay. So that last train to Larissa is hauling loads of ammunition, which is good, because obviously there's a barracks up there. Recession ahead. There's lots of steel being hauled around as well. Okay, you're unloading some more lumber. So in actual fact, you made a slight profit last year. The question is whether there are enough weapons here to be able to haul around. Because it's not quite producing enough. I think what I'm going to do is go Athens, Larissa, and I'm going to go for a full custom consist where I put one weapon and then 3 any cargo and a caboose, and then this one just a caboose with anything. Pretty much. Get on with it. There we go. Weapons. So we can at least move some weapons around. Again, let's have a look at the station up north here. No, it's not this one. It was this one up here. You got any lumber? Yeah, not really. And there's lumber kicking around at Larissa, which is quite good. So obviously that will bring lumber back. Yeah, there's lumber. Really, you're hauling lumber away from Athens? You kidding me? It's nuts. Bloody hell. So that took lumber away. That is actually quite sickening. What's that over there? Stadium. Museum. How the West was won. Dairy processor. This is actually losing money over here. Oh, another one built itself over this way, that's why. Right, we'll replace that one. So this one here must be... Yeah, see, that's making money. So I will buy that one, and I'll destroy the old one. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a bulk replacement. Upgrade selected trains. So all Sterlings that are 15 years old, we'll replace them with some new ones. There we go. Because obviously their reliability is going to change. Oh my god. Like, literally. Just can't get it in. A toy factory in Athens, okay. And that's actually very annoying. Because the toy factory uses lumber. So I'm actually going to go ahead and destroy. You are the most extraordinary patriot, my good friend. By linking Kalamata to the railway network, you made it easier for patriots to find a route to Crete and help unification. Excellent. Victory point earned. Okay, so you made absolutely nothing previous year. There's enough steel kicking around. We just can't get the wood. The economy is back on track. Good. It's just kicking around everywhere, isn't it? Half of it's moving over here as well, which is kind of annoying. You actually have a little bit of lumber kicking around, but not enough to warrant bringing it over here. Damn. Okay, so 17 troops and 1 weapons. We don't have enough weapons here. Yeah, see, that's going to that lumber mill. Oh, really? You have some logs. A Karata to Lividostro. Any freight. There we go. Move these logs around. Bring them over here to Lividostro. In which case I will put a... kind of annoying, actually. No, that's not connected. Damn it. There we go. That joins in there. Right, so then that train can get over to Lividostro a little bit faster. Okay, growing prosperity. That's nice. Keep on buying up shares. Basically, anything that appears in Athens that starts using lumber, we bin. Okay, excellent. Nice. Okay, so a bit more lumber kicking around. So the station here actually had, or it did have some weapons. Maybe it got, did it get taken? Yes, it did. It got taken. Good. Okay, more lumber arriving, which is exactly what we need. Cool. Okay, so made 1.6, which is enough to make money. And there's still bits of lumber kicking around that are hopefully just going to make their way over. It already has millions of tons of steel, so we don't have to worry about steel. It's getting these carts of lumber over to the... over there. There we go. That's a bit better. Nice. Okay. There's nearly another car worth of weapons here, which is good. This lumber coming into Athens and we'll be alright. Boom times ahead. Okay, so we're hauling ammunition and weapons up to Larissa. A bit of steel kicking around there, but that's good. So obviously lumber on its way to Athens again. Livestock, okay. But that's good though. New engine is available. Okay, so how's about we go for a bulk upgrade here. It's slightly better with more cars. Better upgradients as well. So let's upgrade all locomotives with this one. 6 million we're going to spend. Bam. So a little bit slower on the flat, but then with more cars, it's a little bit faster than the Sterling. This thing's still making a small amount. Keeping an eye on where the lumber's going. See, there's a cart kicking around here. Just looking to see where... so again, logs are moving around from a crater, which is quite good. Right, to the point where it's actually just sat at that station now and is being regularly hauled. That's pretty good, actually. I'm glad that that's happening. An electric plant. Well, that's going to make money, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Because that demands oil. The state has gone bankrupt. The government was forced to declare national insolvents and the national treasury falls to an all-time low. Damn, the economy is bound to suffer. Okay, but obviously oil, electric plant. So I'm obviously just going to buy that. Account in bankruptcy is also a great opportunity for greedy industrialists to get richer. That's an opportunity for you. Win a victory point by reaching a personal net worth of 7.5 million within the next 7 years. I knew that that was incoming. So... at this point, then, we're going to want to ransack the company for dividends. So let's pay ourselves 2k a year. And see whether we can sustain that or not. Yeah, still weapons kicking around. You're coming back to Athens now, though, and we kind of need... more weapons in town. Yeah, not quite able to produce... Right, some of it's actually moving around. I don't really want it to. There's a tiny amount of weapons kicking around over here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure as to why. But yeah, there's some weapons kicking around over there. I guess Piraeus has some as well. Yeah. Not enough at the moment though. Keep this lumber coming in. There's a new factory there. Furniture factory. We will destroy that. Because obviously it steals all the... steals everything in terms of lumber, which we don't want to happen. So get rid of that. Yeah, I didn't make enough the previous year. 0.2. So much steel, my goodness. Right, that one's going to Larissa without any weapons there. Just the 2 cars of weapons. Don't think we're going to make that one. Growing prosperity, cool. Obviously helps with our... what was I going to say? The... personal net worth, that's right. There we go. There we go, 5 million. Good. Any more opportunities kicking around at all? Yeah, 1894. There's a local furniture factory that's trying to suck up the lumber. We'll get rid of that. because I want that lumber to be moved over to Athens. Suspension railway bridges, cool. In actual fact, Kalabaka, Athens. I'll go custom consist, lumber, any cargo, and then a caboose on the back there, like that. Bring that down. And again, Trikala to Athens, where I custom consist to put one lumber and then any cargo, and then a caboose on both of these, like that, because there is a lumber cart kicking around. So let's get it down here. Should probably double up most of that track as well, to be honest. Right, so we need to double up most of this, because this is being quite heavily used. There we go. And then obviously this stretch coming southbound here into Athens also needs to be doubled up. There we go, double that up. And I guess this stretch at Farsala also needs doubling up here, including this piece that goes down here, because that's going to be quite heavily used. Okay, so we're actually not doing great. Christian Crete rises again against the Ottomans. So Cretan Greeks choose the path of insurgency again. Okie doke. Right. So these things supply produce. Yeah, okie doke. Right. I was looking for potential opportunities there. Right, there's loads of it kicking around over here now. Brilliant. Okay, so we have more weapons piling up here. So where's that train for Larissa? Yeah. Need to double check that these weapons are not being... Ah, no. These weapons are being consumed over here. We don't want that. We need these weapons to kick around. But there's nearly enough at Piraeus to get a piece of track going there. Just quickly do that. And keep an eye on this. So obviously this should just pile up here now. Right, there's a reason I've done that, because that's got 4.3 weapons in the area. So I'm going to go Piraeus Junction. Nope, this is quite difficult actually. Piraeus Junction, not to Farsala, to Larissa. And a caboose, any cargo, and a caboose. Get out of here. I think that's going to be the way to go. The region of Thessaly will see most of the fighting in the coming Greek-Turkish war. Ottoman Empire is around 90,000 men near the border, and there are 2 Greek divisions in the region amounting to 50,000. While combats are in place, your company will not have access to the region, and low commercial trains will be allowed. Great! Greece declares war. So I can't haul the weapons northbound then. Great. So obviously we're going to have tracks that are just going to be kicking around doing nothing. You actually serious here? Really, why are you going here? I'm going to say. No, so we can't get up to... so this is central Greece. Thessaly. Damn it! So that means obviously I'm not going to be able to complete the task here. Right, I'm deliberately buying like this. I'm not buying in bulk. Basically, I'm deliberately buying like that because I want... right, let's take it down to 1.5 million. I want that share price to rocket. So these guys can't reach their next stage. Ceasefire agreed. Fantastic. So these guys should now be able to move. The short Greek-Turkish war resulted in territorial stalemate in the mainland, give or take small adjustments, which means Thessaly is again open to your business. The Greek state was forced to pay heavy reparations, which is another big blow on the economy. Crete, on the other side, has won its autonomy after 50 years of continued revolts. Nice. Okay, so we can get these weapons northbound. Right. So whether this train can make it in time... Heading... Like, literally, I'm going to give this one priority. This thing needs to shift, and quick. Don't think... Yeah, personal net worth is 5 million. We need 7.5 before 1901. Stock price dropped is probably half the issue. So we could buy back stock to raise the stock price. I think that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to attempt to raise that stock price. And in order to do that, we're going to buy back stock. So we'll probably try and take that to the point... So we're sort of buy just before 1901, if we have to, we'll buy back a bit of stock. Yeah, nice. Okay, so this is the one that's going to stand with all the weapons here. Yeah, so at this point, there is absolutely no... We'll just keep that going, actually. This thing is making money, though. The munitions factory is making a lot of money. There's lots of good stuff here. Interestingly, this place here is kind of built around. Quite tempted to move this station, to be quite honest. Left Center Junction to grab a lot more stuff. Although this is there to grab the fruit orchard and dairy farm, that's true. An important help to the Greek army. You managed to satisfy the military concerning establishment a firm grasp in Thessaly. You achieved the Hall's count requested. Lovely. So we need the personal net worth one to come through here. So how are we doing? Yeah, not great. Keep sinking stuff. Yeah, see the actual share prices drop in here because the economy is not great. Again, buying back the stock could be pretty good. Drives the stock price up. Let's just keep trying to make some money here. Yeah, recession at the moment, so if the economy could pick up, that'd be great. Surprisingly, this is actually not making money, despite the fact it's being serviced quite heavily. It's consumed. Yeah. Interesting. So much stuff building around here. It's probably quite a good idea to grab that as well, because then any weapons can move around from here, there, or there. So that might be quite good, actually. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, we're actually losing quite a bit of money here. There we go. The board of directors has suspended the dividends. Economy's back on track now, though. So, how about we drop the dividends quite heavily? Let's pump it all back into the... there we go. More powerful locomotives these days, so the size of the coaches has gotten a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. Most of these, in general, relatively profitable. The Class P8 is available. Okay. Yeah, there's not actually a maintenance fac up here. There is one there, but it's quite far away, so... Okay, so by 1901, I don't think we're going to do this. Let's buy back the stock, try and send the stock price up, but I don't think we're going to do it here. Damn! Actually struggling quite a bit here. Dividend rate suspended again. So we're not going to make that one. Damn! Victory point down the drain. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens there. Okay. Low net worth. There's another victory point in this story. By the end of the scenario, which is a little more than 10 years away, you must have turned a lot of this net worth into cash. 7.5 million in player cash. Are you actually kidding? Like player cash? Holy God. So literally don't buy anything on the stock market. Wowzers. What's going out here? Balance sheet. Interesting. Probably because we're operating at a loss for some of the... That electric plant is really not performing. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. So much so, I don't actually need this station anymore. I don't need that station no more. So obviously the weapons can sit here. Let's get Piraeus to Larissa as well. Let's go with the new one. A bit cheaper. Near perfect reliability. There we go. So that has picked up the weapons because they're big cars. So, right. So personal cash is that. So 67.5 million. Yeah. So in personal cash, yeah. So this needs to be 7.5 million. Okay. Jesus. It's nuts. So the question is, can we afford that? So basically, okay, 20th century, founded almost 50 years ago, the covering major cities, you are already part of Greek. Now for a victory point become really big, because what we expect from you at this point is a legendary train traffic in the country. What even is that? How do you do that? So maybe that's going to be to do with connecting just about everywhere? I don't know. Reach a legendary traffic over 700 in a year. So far this year you moved 69 train cars. So you need to move 700 cars in a year. Bloody hell. Okay then. Let's get Athens to Patrai. Any express. There's that much kicking around. 700 cars in a year. My God, that's tough. Jesus. Actually, is there not any... There's actually some oil kicking around over here, isn't there? Yeah, in Patrai. So let's go Patrai to Athens. 5 cars, oil. That way. 4 cars and a caboose. Pick it all up. So it may actually be worth repurchasing this. Do it. Because we're going to be hauling stuff around everywhere. So there's lots of oil over there. Not really much oil kicking around anywhere else. Some of it's making its way over here. So let's go Akrata to Athens. with oil, caboose, and then any cargo, caboose. There we go. Let's haul more cars around. So how many? 277. Wow, 700 is a hell of a job. Okay, that's really difficult. Yeah, we're just boosting the cash here. Literally not investing anything into the stock market at all. Could buy back some stock, drive the price up again. Leveled off a little bit here. Man, this is crazy. This is good though. I like it. Stadiums, loads of good stuff developing over here. Weapons plant still making money. Munitions, not so much actually, that's quite interesting, but it's still making good money. That is no longer sufficient, but there's not much we can do about that. Most of these stations are probably no longer sufficient now. There we go, let's pick up a little bit more there. It's definitely not sufficient. Blimey. Not much we can do about that though. That's going to be fine. Built a large on there. Oh, there's actually a port developed over here. Okay. This is developed quite nicely. Can't upgrade that. This place down here is doing pretty well. Legendary traffic. Let's upgrade that one. Not enough room there, okay. Just looking at upgrading different things. To be fair, that one could do with an upgrade. Not enough room there either, though. Okay, well. Again, the electric plant, there's a lot of oil there. 2D2. Electric trains introduced. Fair dues. I think I'm going to upgrade that electric plant, more along the lines of because there's so much oil kicking around here that some of it's getting away, so I'd rather have it be consumed. And so if it gets consumed, then it makes more money, rather than waiting. No, we're nowhere near the 700 cars. You'd literally have to connect everywhere. So it looks like we're probably going to get the silver here then. Which isn't too bad. Dairy farm, yeah, we still got that place. Is the that dairy processor there? Is that actually making money, or yeah, just about? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, cash. I don't think we're going to get that either. In actual cash, we could attempt to increase the dividends a little bit more. Personal net worth is getting higher and higher, though. It's the actual cash is the obviously continuing to make money off of most of these industries, which is really, really good. That was way out of the zone. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we could push towards that 700 cars if we wanted to, but that would require a hell of a lot of investment, and I don't think we're going to be able to get that investment. We don't actually have any rights up there, so... Guess we could go across to Arta over here. Not that I know where we're going to run this to. Actually, we could run an electric train here. I think we should do that. So obviously very expensive, but I'm going to try and build off of there. Good. Get maintenance. There we go. And let's go down between these two and operate an electric train. There we go. Cool. Okay, doke. Right. So again, we're just trying to save up the cash. I have to drop the dividend a bit here, though. We are actually struggling. Cool. Okay. Let's upgrade that because that's got quite a lot of work done to it. This place has had a lot of stuff done to it as well. It's pretty good. This place is now very congested. My goodness. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, not really a lot we're going to be able to do here to achieve any of those. So yeah, we're going to go for the silver, which I think we will get. I think it was 7 victory points for a silver. Yeah, we're not going to get 10. So we will get the silver medal, which is not too bad. So yeah, we're just going to blitz through here. So basically, yeah, a really nice map actually, really well designed. That 50k at the start is a little bit overpowered. You do get the tax on it eventually, but certainly that is very overpowered. So very easily abused. But I think this scenario would be a hell of a lot harder if you didn't get it. So overall, though, really cool. Really do like this scenario. This is a cool map. So yeah, check it out in the description if you guys would like to play with it. And yeah, absolutely. Pretty good actually. Yeah, I've enjoyed this. Obviously, Athens is nearly now 5-star. Look at that. So there's a toy factory there. I think we will bulldoze that because obviously that uses the lumber. Yeah, in general, lots going on here. Lots of houses, lots of. I like the style of houses as well. They're really, really good. Proper Mediterranean sort of builds, and then obviously you got the big houses here where the major city is. Really, really good actually. Go up a little bit further. Yeah, we could obviously, but yeah, no, we're not going to get 7 million. But no, really, really cool. Rather epic. Rather epic scenario that is a little bit different to what a lot of other scenarios actually are, with the victory points and stuff like that. Really, really cool. Yeah, no complaints from me at all whatsoever. Really good. Yeah, can't really build around that as such, which is a bit annoying. Even with that there, yeah, no, not much we can do there. Oh well. Yeah, very congested here. Major rebellion in Istanbul. Rebellious army units, civil demonstrators and provincial leaders. Okay, the Ottoman Parliament has fallen. These fruit orchards still going down here. There's actually a new one down this way. Might as well go ahead and purchase that. Economy slowing. Damn. Okay. Again, we might find it a bit difficult to... Okay, Young Turk Revolution broke out in the Ottoman Empire. Okay, provoking another crisis there. Ottoman Empire, Austria-Hungary annexed Bosnia. Okay, so Bulgaria declared independence as well. Does that reflect in any of these territories at all? No, not really. No, okie doke. Oh well. Cool, though. Honest to God, what a really well-made scenario. I can't remember who actually made this, but what a very well-made scenario. And, yeah, really fun, actually. Really, really good, really fun to play. So, I think we're going to get the silver here, which I'm happy with. Obviously, could have been better, but didn't quite make that victory condition. And obviously, these are quite hard, these ones, piling up the cash and stuff like that. I did guess that there would be a net worth mission, but unfortunately, I didn't quite get that net worth correct. It was a little bit too late with the dividends, and so we didn't quite make enough there from those. In the end, these industries just don't matter anymore. Like, we're still making... See, this is actually operating at a loss now. Mostly because of the excess distilleries that are in the area. Recession ahead, okay. Actually cannot afford to bulldoze that. We can that one, though. Military coup in Greece. Oh, dear. Okay. Young Greek officers formed a secret society. The result was a Goody coup on 15th of August 1909. As the military conspirators were inexperienced in politics, they asked Venezuelans, who had impeccable liberal credentials, to come to Greece as their political advisor. Okay, so track becomes cheaper to lay due to government subsidies. Okie doke. Well, don't think you're going to have to do a lot with that. Issue bonds. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, no, but we've actually made over 100 million in profits in our lifetime here. No, there's not a lot else we can theoretically do. Well, we could if we really wanted to push for it, but I think we're quite good here. Just going to allow the scenario to just play itself out here. I think it's 1914 is the end, so still all these trains, really good. All of them have lasted. Unprocessed oil and coal, you must now ship these cargoes to an electric plant or oil refinery. Well, it's a good job we have the electric plant here then, isn't it? Just piling up here. In fact, I imagine, is oil refinery available? It is, look at that. You can build an oil refinery and make diesel. So you could look at diesel and look at potential profits there. Cool. Possible investments should we have decided we wanted to make them. Excellent though, really good. But no, yeah, reiterate, what a great scenario. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant design. So yeah, we're just waiting for the terms to just play out here. In general, very balanced, despite the fact that the economy was slowing down. Where was it? Oh no, prosperity at the moment. But yeah, despite that sort of dip of the recession at the end there, we still made good money. And obviously, our personal net worth is pretty good. Lots of cash. Cool. Some of these industries have existed since the start of the game as well. I'm just trying to look at some of these. That schoolhouse was built quite a long time ago. Just cluster of houses here, it's quite funny. Don't remember that port being there. Obviously the produce will just go straight into the distillery, so obviously this one will make money as well. Yeah, that's not really operating at a profit anymore. Obviously because the other distillery has stolen the... what was I going to do here? Yeah, change the dividend, increase that up to 1,000, or 1,000,000 rather, I should say. It's not really going to make that much difference. 1911. Yeah, so no way are we going to achieve any of those. What can you do? Just occurred to me that I never bought any of these. Quite a few things happening there. Is that a... no, it's a bakery. Okay. Patrai, sorry, not Pasai. Patrai has developed quite nicely over time. Quite a lot of retail outlets here now. Huge profit from the textile mill, my goodness. $31 million dollars that has made. Which is quite epic, actually. There's a few more grain farms kicking on around here as well. Might be worth picking these up. Seriously, the industry in this game is so powerful. If you can make the industry work, then it's so powerful. The money is real. But yeah, what can you do? But yeah, not too bad. Overall, we've done okay. The Balkan League declares war on the Ottomans. Okay. It's literally kebab removal going on right here. Makes me want to play some more EU4. 1912. Nice, yeah, so we're just waiting for the end of the game here, really. Okay, territories liberated. Okay, so Epirus, whatever it was, this territory over here was now available. Sure, let's go ahead and purchase the new engine there. So we could expand into this area if we wanted to. Rather interesting little lake there, actually. King George is murdered. Oh dear. Why you gonna be so cruel? Sorry. There's actually a lumber mill just built there. I noticed something or other. Pick that up. Bulgaria turns on its allies. Oh wow, great. Interesting, all these newspapers and stuff, they're really, really good. There's another brewery rammed in there. Oh no, that's been there for a while. What's happened here? There's like, oh no, there's a cinema that was built behind the brewery. Okay, so the Treaty of Bucharest, Macedonia is now Greek. Okay, so if we wanted to go to Macedonia, we could do so. So you get access to all that stuff really late in the game here. Connect Athens to Thessaloniki. And Ioniana, so this one here. We'll pick up a couple of extra victory points. It's still going to be silver though. There you go. And Thessaloniki is up here. And we'll draw this along the coast. In fact, we are out of money here. We'll go from Larissa. Yeah, I was going to say I was about to reduce the dividend anyway. Loads of bad bridges, but what can you do? We'll connect to this this town here. More to do with the reward money than anything else. Here we go. Right, how are we going to get around here? I think we're going to go alongside the river. Okay, so First World War. that date marks the end of this scenario. So October 1915. Christ. Okay. So obviously I need to connect the two. Ooh, nasty. Economy slowing. Really? Right, build that. This is a pretty nasty piece of hill here, but what can you do? Wow, I've just lost a whole pile of money there all of a sudden. No, we'll go with the hill approach here. And we literally just need 488 to be able to connect these up. A whole lot of our industry just decided to hit the crunch there. Bloody hell. Fair enough. I literally just want to complete this. There we go. Strong finish. There we go. So we have... how many victory points? 9. And we needed 10 for the gold. Can you believe that? So we would have needed the cash. Ah, gee, we're so close to the gold. But what can you do? Okay, but there we go. So that is the end of this scenario, basically. So we're going to pick up the silver medal here. Which is okay, actually, considering it's a pretty damn long scenario. But absolutely, really, really good. Well done to the person who made this. I can't remember their name, but I'll put their name in the description. There we go. But silver medal. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okie doke. So that is an excellent scenario. Thank you to whoever made that. I'll put their name in the description below. If you want to play that scenario, I'll also put a link to the to where you can find that map in the description. But that's it for now then. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Max Be sure to subscribe to follow more Railroad Tycoon 3 and join me next time for another fan-made map in Railroad Tycoon Coast to Coast. See you later, guys.